Hey guys, it's Otti again. I'm sitting here at the Kulttempel in Oberhausen, and besides me is Isaac, HOWLETT. Hi, first of all.
Hello.
Yeah. And it was rather easy to say this like this. People might know you from Empathy Test, but tonight you are playing here with your solo project.
Yes. Yeah. As Isaac HOWLETT.
As Isaac HOWLETT. You are Isaac HOWLETT and you play as Isaac HOWLETT. It's rather easy somehow. Yeah. And you are playing tonight with Division Redux.
Yes.
And Whole, but Whole are only this night here. Division Redux, you have done the tour, I think, with them.
So, yeah, two shows so far, and then tonight, and I think 3 more in the future.
So, how have been the shows so far?
I'm good. I mean, Berlin was very well attended. It looked like it was almost sold out because it was completely full all the way to the back, and Frankfurt, less people, but the usual amount for Frankfurt in the scene. Both very well attended and great audiences, very supportive. It was incredibly difficult first show for me in Berlin because we're playing 8 songs, and of those songs, 6 of them I hadn't performed live before. So it's an almost entirely new set. No Empathy Test tracks. They're all solo tracks. I'm doing my remix that I did for Clan of Zymox and the song I did with Aesthetic Perfection, Save Myself, and then 4 new solo songs that have not been released yet. So it was quite a shock to the system to go from being in the headline band with a drummer and keyboard player to being a duo going on first and playing new material. It's very much was outside my comfort zone.
Can understand. So for people who don't know, you are the singer of Empathy Test, and this is rather big nowadays. With a rather bigger synthpop, dark pop band, and now your solo project the music is similar somehow, but not the same, I would say. So how would you describe the difference, maybe?
I tried to perhaps make it similar to Empathy Test, but perhaps tick some boxes that Empathy Test didn't. So my set, at least at the moment, is a lot more upbeat. Most of the songs have a higher BPM, that a bit faster, a bit punchier, I think that's really the main difference. So a bit more danceable, but I'm still really kind of finding my feet as a solo artist, and still trying to find exactly what sound I want to have. But just recently, in preparation for these shows, I had to give songs to multiple different producers at once in order to get enough material ready to perform. And I've done 2 tracks with Daniel Meyer, who has been a very busy man recently because he obviously remixing all of the DEVISION songs for the Redux shows, and also he's produced 2 tracks for me, which I've put at the end of the set, and they are really, really good. I feel like I've kind of, at least for now, found the direction that I want to go in. I think particularly the first song that I released, House of Cards, it's done well and it's been well received by, I guess, people who like that kind of thing. But for me, it was lacking the kind of darkness and the haunting quality of Empathy Test, and the kind of real emotional weight that certainly is in my lyrics and my vocals, but it perhaps wasn't mirrored as well in musically. it's been a good experience doing these shows already. I've only done 2, just helping to find what works best and what feels most comfortable.
Yes. It's like a big test zone and playing grounds somehow.
Yeah.
Probably.
I mean, for electronic bands, often the songs have to be finished before they can be performed. So it's like you create the song and you make all of these different layers and then you work out how am I going to perform it live. And normally I do prefer to release songs first so that people get to hear them as in the best sound quality as possible, rather than the problem when you perform a new song live is everyone gets their phones out, films it, puts it on YouTube, and what people are hearing is a phone recording of something, and it doesn't really do it justice. So I prefer to release things first, but it's great because it means that I can now go back and tweak things, and I certainly in one of the tracks, Ghosts of the Tsunami, I'm putting in an extra vocal in a certain place in the track, just because I felt like when I was performing it needed it to be there. So now I can go back and I can put that in before we release it. So it's quite useful, and guitar bands do it all the time, of course.
Yeah, probably. And so you can test out how people react maybe at some points.
Yeah.
If it really works like you imagined or something.
Yeah.
People are saying that, okay, this part is not mine or something like this.
Yeah.
But problem is people can't sing along. In most cases.
Yeah. There's been lots of clapping along, which is a good sign. There's definite points where there's like a kick drum thump on its own, where the perfect point to get people. But the crazy thing is that I felt like in Frankfurt at the second show, people already knew the new songs because they'd seen them on Instagram or on Facebook, or videos from the previous night. So when one song started playing, everyone kind of cheered and started clapping along. And I was like, do they know this song already? I mean, that's the power of the internet.
Yeah, true. So that's really fast.
Yeah.
And is there a difference in the approach of your lyrics regarding Empathy Test? Or
no, I wouldn't say so, really. I mean, there's perhaps kind of stylistically different stuff going on in terms of there's a couple of tracks where the beats are quite industrial, and there's some kind of industrial sounds in there, which is something that Empathy Test has never done, because neither myself or Adam really listen to any industrial music. But it's different in that respect. But I mean, vocally, it's still pretty much the same. It's still ballads, really.
Something emotional. More personal stuff, probably.
Yeah.
And I have to ask, so is there an album in plan? Are you planning to release something, or more EPs, or what's the next steps you're doing?
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to. It would be great from a business perspective to get an album released in time for Empathy Test's big tour in the autumn, because obviously it would be an opportunity to sell it. And we're toying with the idea of, obviously we've got Lakeside X as the main support for the whole tour, but maybe having my solo project open the show, because it would be a great opportunity to sell some albums. But as I said, there's been a lot of kind of experimentation and trying to find exactly what the sound is, what the songs are going to sound like, and what the general kind of direction is going to be production wise, and that kind of needs to be decided and set before everything can be done. But I kind of feel like now, like I said, with these 2 tracks that Daniel Myers produced, Eggshell, and Ghost of the Tsunami, that getting a really good reaction from the audience, and they feel right to me as well. And so now it's kind of a case of maybe tweaking the other ones to be more in keeping with those, and then working on some more tracks. So really, I mean, it's just an incredible amount of work getting an album together, and especially if you're kind of funding it yourself, and it's just like and doing things remotely as well. It's great that it's possible to do that, but it's a lot of going back and forth, and you say, oh, like maybe like change this, and then they don't quite understand what you meant, and then it comes back, and then it's like, oh no, actually that doesn't work. Whereas if you're together in the same room, then you can quickly realize that something's not working and change it back again. So if we get it done, I'd like to release the album in time for the autumn, but who knows.
So time is pressing, and you have to work a little bit. Now you are preparing for the show, and you mentioned, for example, at the autumn tour, it would be nice to maybe open some of your shows. The last shows you've opened tonight, Whole is open. So how does it feel different, for example, tonight compared to the other nights with Division Redux?
Well, I mean, we'll find out soon. But I mean, it's a challenge going on first. Being the opener, and it's something that I was used to in the past, but now I've gotten used to mostly being the headline act, and it's always a bit of a shock because the audience aren't warmed up. It's your job to warm them up, and it's something that's sort of you have to be prepared to do. That you're going to need to wake the audience up and kind of interact with them and get them clapping along or cheering or whatever, because they're feeling awkward still, it's like you have to break the ice, whereas when you're the headline act, most of the people there are there to see you, and they've just watched someone else, and then they're already had a few drinks and warmed up. But so it's a shock to go on. So tonight it's quite nice that there will be someone else going on first, and the crowd will already be a little bit more ready to make some noise and sing along.
So it's cool that we have Whole tonight, and we probably all want to see some of their show.
Yes, are they starting?
Watching?
I'll definitely see some. Yeah, they've been sending me messages beforehand saying that we're going to be supporting you, because I didn't know until they messaged me.
I didn't know them before as well, but I think they are not that renowned, but they are going up now. I think cool, guys. Looking forward to the show. Looking forward to your show. What else is important to you now to get in mood for the show? Being ready?
Yeah, I mean, having a drink or two is always good to kind of loosen up and make you feel more comfortable and relaxed on stage. We normally play some music or something, sing along, but it's slightly different when there's just two of you as well, and you have less time when you're the support band to prepare. It's like stage time creeps up incredibly fast when you're not the headliner.
And now we'll come to an end because you want to prepare and have some drinks maybe and meet your friends backstage. But let me know, you told me about the tour in autumn. That's already announced. I also know that you are playing in Cologne, Als Isaac, at least one show.
Yes, that's festival, a small festival, Echoes of Rebellion, which I think used to be on a boat on the river, but now is at Club Volta. I'm really excited about that because when I was asked to do that, Empathy Test were basically asked to headline, but they couldn't afford us. No, I don't, for whatever reason. So our booking agent Jan offered, Isaac's like going to do some solo stuff. you could have him for less money.
So you're cheaper than your band.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm cheaper. Yeah, less people. So yeah, we decided to do that, and we didn't know who the headliner was going to be, and it turned out to be Ist, who are also from the UK and a really good band that I like, and I've never actually seen them play live, so it's going to be a great opportunity to see them as well. And also in July, as Isaac HOWLETT, I'm playing at East Side again, of course. Which kind of came about because they were making the announcement at the previous year's festival, and they wanted to have some names on there, so our booking agent was like, shall I put Isaac HOWLETT on there? And I was like, yeah, sure, go for it. So yeah, I think that's 7th of July in Halle. So yeah, at the moment just the DEVISION shows and those two festivals, but as I say, we're toying with the idea of maybe me opening. It will mean singing for at least minimum 2 hours every night, but I'll have it's all on weekends, so I'll have a break in between.
and you're a professional nowadays, so this will work out.
Yeah, I mean the last empathy test tour we did 2 hours every night, and I was fine with it, really. Yeah.
So
it's all about technique.
So I hope at latest at the autumn tour we'll meet again and can talk again.
Sure. Yeah.
For tonight, we have some greetings, some message to the people.
Yeah, sure. Thanks for watching the interview, and please check out my solo music under Isaac HOWLETT. I have 2 songs out at the moment, House of Cards and Endless Night, but I will shortly be releasing some new songs, and there, if you search online, you will no doubt find some YouTube videos with the new songs recorded on someone's phone.
Somewhere on someone's phone, yes. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to the show. Thank you for the nice talk.
You're welcome.
From me, thanks for watching as well. Let's say bye-bye, cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah.